Hi guys, Mrs. Snowden here, and let's talk about solving inequalities. So first of all, we have the property of inequality at the top, and it says if you multiply or divide an inequality by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality symbol, okay? Anytime you multiply or divide by a negative and only a negative, you have to flip the inequality symbol. So if it's positive, you don't flip it, only if it's negative. All right, so look at number 1 there. Usually we like the variable on the left side, then the inequality, and everything else on the right-hand side. So for number 1, it says solve 4y minus 3 is less than 5y plus 2. All right, I'm going to subtract the 5y. I get negative 1y minus 3 is less than 2. Add the 3, so negative 1y is less than 5. And now here is where I'm dividing by a negative. So I get y is now greater than negative 5. And I give you a little number line there. I don't need any major artistry there with your number line. It's nice to see where 0 is, but I don't have to see all the tick marks in between. There's negative 5. I want things that are bigger than negative 5. Okay, so let's talk about graphing on a number line. If it's a greater than or a less than, you are going to graph it with an open circle. It does not include it. Meaning here at y is greater than negative 5, it does not include negative 5. If it has the equal to with it, so greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, then you're going to graph it with a closed circle. All right, so I want numbers that are bigger than negative 5. So I am negative 5, and I'm going that way. Okay, number 2 says solve 2 times 4t plus 9 is less than or equal to 18. Okay, let's distribute. 8t plus 18 is less than or equal to 18. Subtract 18. 8t is less than or equal to 0. Divide by 8, so t is less than or equal to 0. That's okay. When I take 0 and divide it by 8, I still get 0. All right, on my number line, I'm going to put 0. When I graph it, it's got the equal to with it, so it's a filled in circle, and I want things that are smaller than 0. So it's going that way. Number 3 says write an inequality and then solve 1 more than the product of negative 3 and a number is less than 16. Okay, we practiced these a couple sections ago. 1 more than the product of negative 3 and a number. Negative 3, a number, 1 more. All right, negative 3 times x plus 1 is less than 16. It's smaller than 16. 16 is the bigger one. All right, so I'm going to subtract 1. Negative 3x is less than 15. Divide by a negative 3. This is where I have to flip my inequality symbol. I divided by a negative 3. And if we were going to graph that guy, he would look exactly like that guy. Okay, number 4. Allie has at most $10.50 to spend. She buys a bag of chips and a drink for $1.55. If gas at this store costs $1.35 a gallon. This question used to be grossly out of date. However, I'm pretty sure we're around there these days. I think I paid $1.25 the other day. How many gallons of gas can Allie buy to the nearest tenth of a gallon? It was pretty sweet. I filled up my car for under 20 bucks. All right, so she chips and a drink. She only spends that $1.55 once. But for every gallon of gas she buys, it's $1.35. And she also cannot spend any more than $10.50. So it has to be less than or equal to $10.50. All right, let's subtract our $1.55. So after her chips and her drink, she has left $10.55 minus $1.55, $8.95. And then we'll divide by $1.35. So it has to be less than or equal to, I'm going to grab my calculator, 8.95 divided by 1.35, 6.629, and they wanted it to the nearest tenth, so 6.6. So hopefully she has like a Geo Metro or maybe a Honda Civic or something like that so she can still get around town. She's maybe being quarantined and hasn't been able to drive anywhere, so maybe that'll last her a while, like me. And that is solving inequalities. Super fast, not a whole lot extra to show you on those guys, but yeah, your number lines don't have to be crazy. You can just show me where 0 is and the number you're graphing.